Imagine sitting in your home and it's overtaken by smoke. Imagine hanging out clothes and when you pick them up, they reek of smoke. Imagine not being able to breathe and being rushed to the hospital. Some don't have to imagine because they're impacted regularly by indiscriminate burning.
We experience smoke from burning for about up to 3 times a week. I work from home, so I got the full experience of the smoke, and I was pregnant at the time as well. So I was getting irritation, eye irritation, and irritation from breathing in all of the smoke, as well as being worried about my baby. I was going to the doctor at regular periods, having regular checkups, and talking to the doctor about what we were going through with the smoke. And we were being told, no, this is not good for the baby, and especially thinking of when the baby is born. So my husband, I actually had to make the difficult decision to move because it was causing a lot of stress to me. I was uncomfortable in my own home. I used to have to sit in front of the fan because obviously all the windows are closed up on a hot day. And I used to have to sit in front of the fan just to try to breathe clean air.
When stuff is burned, and this includes the weeds that you have from the side of the road, this includes your plastics and your rubber garbage and your treated wood. When these things are burned, they release several particles into the air. Those particles then get into people's lungs and it can cause irritation. For a regular healthy person with no illnesses, this is enough to make you sick, being exposed to these particles. And for people who have lung diseases, for example, asthma or bronchitis or bronchiolitis, these particles can make your condition worse. In Barbados, approximately 10,000 people end up in asthma bay every year for asthma-related conditions, for asthma attacks. And smoke is one of the common triggers and can cause a bigger strain on our health department. So it is important that you try not to expose your neighbors and yourself to smoke and the smoke particles. So these are the short-term effects. Something called dioxins that can be produced when burning certain kinds of plastic. They can stay in the environment for a long period of time. The harm in these chemicals is that they can affect several systems in the human body. They affect the immune system, so it affects your ability to fight off infection. It also affects your ability to fight off cancers and that kind of thing. It affects your endocrine system, so it can affect reproduction and it can affect your hormonal system. That's what the endocrine system is. So there are many long-term effects. When we think about the ash that has remained as well, the harmful chemicals that remain in the ash, even if you don't have direct exposure to somebody playing in the ash or somebody walking through the ash, those chemicals can then seep out into our water table and affect us by being part of our water system.
The Asthma Association is very concerned about people who are burning their waste, and it is affecting asthmatics and other people with respiratory problems in a very serious way. Many persons have to be rushed to the asthma bay on a regular basis because of people burning in their neighborhoods. And we want to ask Barbadians to please desist from this practice because it is sending people, it's really affecting asthmatics and people with other problems like COPD and sinus problems. It can also cause headaches. It can also affect your lungs. And smoke is one of the triggers of asthma. We are launching a Breathe Easy asthma awareness campaign in conjunction with Citizens Against Burning to make people aware of the dangers, the hazards of burning.
We would like legislation. This is what we wanted from the start. We would like legislation to be put in place where this practice is outlawed. In the larger countries, you cannot burn. There are fines. We have done some research which we will share in November and even before that. But we know that if Barbados is going to be one of those countries that is on the cutting edge of the future, we would like this practice outlawed because it can't be done anywhere else. And there's already legislation in place about smoking in public places, but the irony is that when someone lights up a fire, the smoke goes everywhere. So we really want that to stop.
It is clear that some persons don't understand or simply don't care about the effects of burning. Just about anything seems to be placed in backyard or open lot fires. It's as if we have no regard for our neighbors. Nor do persons understand the dangers posed to others by the chemicals and smoke that make their way into the atmosphere, often lingering in people's homes. Indiscriminate burning is an old practice which we need to stamp out.